Hey guys, December 8th, back out on the lake again. Man, what a last 2 days it's been for Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday, I was down here, Evan was down here, Oliver was down here. Got some a lot more time on the Polaris, so I was stoked on that. Starting to get a feel for it, I think. So Saturday, Dad brought the SRX down. Brody rode the Catalyst. The SRX was a little off on clutching, way off for what was in there and what Dad kind of thought should have been in there. It was off. So we have some parts ordered and we're going to stock, which stock Yamaha stuff is always good. So with that, it wasn't even worth videoing anything on Saturday because it was kind of hectic just running around. And then so yesterday, Sunday, I made a run down to the cities. Left home here at 4 a.m. Got down there at about 8:30 a.m. and we picked up Brody a new race sled. So maybe we'll show that when we get home here, or maybe a separate video on that one. It is clean, that's for sure. So we're expecting some snow here today through tomorrow into Wednesday. So that's our plan when it's snowing, is to swap this new race sled over for Brody. And then I got back here about 2:30 or so, ran down to the lake here real quick, and Hatines and Bunkies and Peppo were down here, and I was able to collect some data and run some tunes with those guys to see how it reacted with my sled. So that was pretty cool. That was the first time I'd ever got to see data like that of what your sled's doing. So that was really cool. But yeah, we're back down here again today before it snows here, because we still have our nice long ice run down the middle of the lake, and we have a nice practice track in the back. So we'll slap the GoPro on here a little bit today, maybe get some radar run speeds and make some laps with the GoPro on. So for today, just got carbides on the ZRT here, gonna warm everything up, just waiting on Dad. He should be down here any minute, and then we'll start riding, at least until it starts snowing too much to where we're starting to lose a little bit of ice. And like all season long, we stopped at Northern Bait and Convenience in Gonvick and topped off our fuel can and topped off the sleds with our Schaeffer's 2-stroke oil. Well, so first little session there. Dad on the 440, myself on the ZRT. I got to give a shout out to Mike Deardahl. He bought a new Polaris, I believe, and there was some kind of promotional deal where they were giving GoPro 360s with the purchase. And Mike came over and asked Dad what it was and said it was a GoPro that we use. He said, well, you guys will get more use out of this than me. So that's what we had there on the front of the ZRT. I've never played with one of those before, so I'm anxious to see how it works. So we'll see if that turned out really good or not. Battling, just hanging behind Dad there, watching how the 440 was working for him. So we just radar run the ZRT and the 440. A little cross breeze here. I'll check what. So we're running on the lake here, just straight east and west. And we have a wind kind of coming straight out of the south right now at like 11 miles an hour. So it was bucking the wind a little bit. You could feel it. It certainly didn't feel very fast, but we were pretty happy with the ZRT speeds. Not going to tell you what it was. And then the 440 speed was a little down, bucking the wind, but we're jetted 2 sizes too rich for it right now. Because we were going to bring it down here yesterday, and then we didn't care to rejet it today. Yeah, we didn't care to rejet it today. We figured it was close enough. So now to tinker with the SRX here and the new Polaris, shoot those with the radar gun, and yeah, keep plugging away. So, knock on wood, the ZRT and the 440 pretty close. So I'd say almost race day ready. So maybe we could set these off to the side right now. Maybe bring them out Thursday, Friday, go from there. Right there on the drill, 10 inches ice. Solid 10 inches. Our little runway strip. Well, and just like that, just getting home here, and it's starting to snow. God, I hope we don't get a lot of snow, at least for right now. We can wait till after Pine Lake. Well, another day out on the lake. We're starting to acquire quite the collection out here. Transferring them from my garage over to here where we can actually wrench on them. But so, so what do you think we got here, Dad? What do you think this is? We got the blown up 04 F7 right there. What could this one be? Well, here it is. Brody and Dad's new 03 F7, 2,800 miles on it. I went all the way down pretty much into St. Paul to get this one on Sunday morning. It is clean. Clean enough for you, Dad?
I guess this will work. Yeah.
So you're probably wondering why get a whole nother sled. Well, with these older Firecats, parts are getting harder and harder to come by. So by the time you get pistons and jugs and then parts to run diagnostics with on why it keeps blowing up, then you're halfway to buying a running sled. So we got an extremely clean Firecat. So now swap all of the race parts off of the race one onto this 03. and have the 04 as a parts sled, at least for this winter. Maybe if we find some cheap enough parts here and there, maybe start to tinker and put it back together if we get bored. But parts sled for right now. I'm sure it won't be pushed in the woods by any means, like that far, but parts for this winter, maybe put back together for springtime or something. So now to put all the ice racing parts onto here. Nice enough, it's already got a tether though.
Yeah, come with something.
Yeah. So we have some sort of radar run track in here. If anybody wants to buy this, sure can. So let us know if you're interested in this track. So at least the front end is easy enough. Change front shocks, change the sway bar. That's pretty much it. Being the 03 had 10-tooth drivers in it, the front of the rail is a little bit different. So I think we'll end up just swapping rear shocks, torsion springs, and our four-wheel rear axle. And that should be it for the skid frame. Nice enough about our handlebars. Everything kind of unplugs right up here at the top, so that'll be easy change too. So to swap everything over, not too bad of a job with me and Dad tackling that tomorrow while it's snowing. I'd say we should have it done tomorrow, in theory. And with our Polaris here, definitely making some strides. Getting pretty happy with it now. So a few more skid frame changes that I'll make when we get back out there. And yeah, it's getting there. Well, I'd say that'll be about it for today's video. Tomorrow, we'll swap these Fire Cats over, tinker with the new Polaris, watch the snow come down. Hopefully it doesn't snow too much. So I appreciate all the new subscribers on YouTube, followers on Facebook. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we'll keep plugging away. The race day is about 2 weeks away now, so we got this coming weekend to really test when everybody else is out there and ride all of race week. So keep clicking miles off.